What's up, you guys? Welcome back to 2740 Solutions, home of the best trained, highest paid, and fittest problem solvers on the planet. My name's Adam. If you're new to the channel, welcome to 2740 Solutions. Just a reminder to everybody watching that we are doing our 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So at 1,000 subscribers, we will be giving away a set of these Powerbeats Pro. I will be Amazoning those directly to one lucky subscriber. So once we hit 1,000 subscribers, every subscriber on that list will be entered to win, and I will pick from that subscriber list. So if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Again, we're doing the Powerbeats Pro, which are great because you can just rock one at a time. Boom, automatically connects to your phone, and you can keep one ear open for all the haters out there, for all the craziness going on, or when you're walking your dog, looking for those stray cats out there, because I'm a dog person, you know what I'm saying? So if you're a dog person, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're a cat person, maybe hit that dislike button, whatever. Maybe leave a comment below. So today, we're going to do a quick video about incentives. We're going to use the Dodge Charger Hellcat Widebody. I think there's an SRT in that name line somewhere too. So we're going to use that just to explain kind of what incentives are going on right now, because we're at an interesting time of the year. It's end of August, rolling into that fall time frame when the model years start to flip over. So at this time of the year, you're going to start seeing the 2020s ending and the 2021s beginning. So I was actually just talking to an experienced salesperson in the Nashville area via text, obviously, because we're, social distancing and whatnot. And he was telling me that after August, you can no longer order a 2020. It's 2021 Chargers that you can order. So that's interesting. If you really want a 2020 wide body, I would get into your dealership this weekend. So starting from the Hellcats, the Hellcats are not going to have as many incentives usually just because they're more sought after, but right now, Dodge is still doing that horsepower cash. So remember, your cash off offer cannot be combined usually with other financing incentives. So usually they'll say, hey, take the cash off or take the interest rate bonus. So like for instance, when we bought my wife Megan, when we bought her RAV4, instead of getting, I think, maybe $2,000 off, or instead of taking $1,000 off and additionally to the MSRP, I took the 0% financing because over the life of the loan, I was able to finance at 0%. So I didn't end up putting any money down, financed it at 0%, got gap insurance. And financing at 0%, hey, that's free money. I mean, 2% average inflation a year, you can borrow at less than 2%. It's basically free money, especially if it's 0%. And if you got gap insurance, you're good to go. But we'll have a whole video on gap after this. So again, right now with the Charger, if you're getting a Hellcat, I would highly recommend just doing the cash off, even if you're going to finance it, because you could probably finance between 1, 2, 3, 4%, especially depending on how long the length of your loan is. Now on this leasing offer, that is very low. That is very, very, very low for a $70,000 to $80,000 car. They probably have a massive down payment in here for this calculation and super low mileage. The lease calculations I was doing before on dealerships that actually had cars in the metal, they were coming in high 7s to the 8s and to the 9s. So I would not walk into a dealership and be like, hey, I definitely think that you guys can get me a lease into this $70,000 Hellcat for $531 a month. Okay, let's go. I think they will probably have to break some bad news to you. So for my buddy Chris out there who's asking what kind of incentives they're doing, the salesman told me, yes, they're doing lease incentives, but leasing is such a complicated thing. Not only does it take into account your credit, your down payment, your mileage, but they have all these different depreciation factors that they work in because every car depreciates differently. They need to capitalize on that depreciation. They need to do all those launch codes, those calculations. So I'm sorry I don't have a better answer for you guys on leasing. I'll probably have to actually do a real hardcore deal. I can get into calculators in future videos, but we'll stay away from that for now. So my recommendation, if you're about to buy a Hellcat widebody, I would take the $7,070 cash. You get no payments for 90 days, which is pretty good, especially if you get a good rate. I mean, that's all good. And maybe you get a couple thousand extra off from the dealer, military, student discount, or just a little bit of shrewd negotiating, as Ed Bolian would say. So let's move down into the other wide body. Looks like they're doing the horsepower cash incentive. So 485 is the amount of horsepower that wide body has. And then you can also, or you could take 36 months at 0%. Now Not a lot of people that I know finance cars for only 36 months. If you're going to be financing a car, most people end up financing for 60 months, 72 months. So 0% APR for 36 months. I would say that that's not a great deal to take advantage of. I mean, you really start seeing the 0% or the really low APR values come in at 60 months, 72 months, 84 months. Like for instance, my Corvette is financed at 0%, and it's upwards of 72 months. I know, trigger warning, I know you guys will be like, oh my goodness, but I make money with that car with Turo, so don't freak out. We got gap insurance on it. We're all squared away with that, so don't worry about that. So in my opinion, unless your interest rate is so severe that going down to 0% for 36 months is going to save you more than $48.50, take the cash off, find the best rate, shop around, have the dealership shop for you, have come in pre-approved for a certain rate, so then the dealer has to go lower than that. Let's see, so the same incentives for the Scat Pack. If you buy a Scat Pack that's not wide body in 2020, come on now. So same incentives for the Scat Pack. I wouldn't even consider it without the wide body though, folks. Just speaking from experience, these are going to depreciate way faster now that there's the wide body out. The wide body will look 10 out of 10. Scat Pack now, no longer 10 out of 10. RT looks like, now you're getting a little closer to that 0% APR looking better, but I'd still take $3,700. There's no way you're going to save over $3,700 unless, you're not going to be able to qualify for 0% if your APR that you got quoted by the bank is like 9, 10, 12%. So still taking the cash there. This one looks like they're trying to move GTs and SXTs. Looks like they're trying to move. You got 0% plus $1,500 cash off. So that's a good thing to explain here. Is sometimes dealers will do a financing incentive and a cash incentive, but it's very explicit. They usually don't do that. So or if they do that, it's not the full $4,500 plus 0%. So you can see in this one, you can either take $4,500 off, or you can do 0% APR and $1,500 cash allowance. So it gets pretty muddy there. $4,500 off a car that's only 32 grand. That's a decent discount right there. That's like over 10% off. It's almost 15% off. So I would still take the cash allowance, just get pre-approved before you roll in with the pre-approval letter for 2.9% at 60 months, and boom, make them beat it. They finance you at 2.4%, and you get your $4,500 off, and you're all squared away. So that's just a quick video for you guys on the Dodge 2020 incentives right now. Again, remember, salesman told me that the 2020s are apparently on their way out. So if you want a 2020 wide body, side note, there apparently is a 2020 SRT Hellcat wide body red eye coming out with that extra 90 horsepower. It's going to get bumped from 707 to 797. I guess some people thought that they need to crash even more, even quicker. So, need more horsepower. So expect a big price jump on that one too. Probably an extra 5, 8, 9 grand on that. So right now, that 2020 SRT Hellcat wide body, I think, is the sweet spot. And they're doing the $7,070 off. And rates are low right now. No payments for 90 days. I think it's a good time to buy. So stay tuned. Next video, I am building the Hellcat that I plan to order. Appreciate you guys tuning in. A couple links below for some free stocks with the stock trading app Webull. That promotion is going away. So if you want your 2 free stocks before the end of the month, go ahead and check that out. I use Webull. I have it here right on my phone. We got it right here. I think it'll pull up my portfolio, so I'll just go ahead and do that one right there. That's Webull for you. And appreciate you guys tuning in. Next video is me building my wide body Charger, so stay tuned for that. If you guys have more questions on incentives, I'm going to start digging into these financing products, into these cash incentives versus these financing incentives, and all the stuff that you should and shouldn't buy when you're doing deals. And I'd love to build cars and actually do deals for you guys. Like, if you're in the market to buy, just hit me up and I will help you out. I'll talk to dealers for you. I'll screen dealers. Right now, I'm talking to 8 dealers trying to find out who's going to give me the best value for my trade-in and who's going to actually hook me up with the right incentives, the right cash off, and help me get into my car for the actual fair price, not some overcharge, willy-nilly, whatever. You know, they don't know what they're doing. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Remember, this is 2740 Solutions, home of the best trained, highest paid, and fittest problem solvers on the planet. Got lots of fitness videos coming up for you guys too, since I've been done surgery for about 2 months. So really getting back into it. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe out there. See you guys next time.